We're about to have the national anthem. Dallas Stars are in the blue uniform. DFW Stallions are in the maroon. We have a star-studded side, both ends. Fazeh Abbasi leading the Dallas Stars, Ali Samad leading the Blue Stallions. DFW Stallions have Najaf Shah, ex-Pakistan fast bowler who bowled brilliantly yesterday, was on song, extreme pace, and the DFW Stallions will be hoping that he can provide a repeat performance from last. Fantastic scenes here at in McKinney, Texas, at McKinney Cricket Ground. We're just done with the national anthem. The game is about to begin. Let me walk you guys through the two lineups. Dallas Stars playing 11 is Anas Shahid, Burhan Nadeem, Danial Ahmed, Fazeh Abbasi captain, Ishu Gupta, Muhammad Jawad, Raja Mehtab, Santosh Reddy, Saqib Hamid, Shail Bhatt, and Waqas Khan. DFW Stallions, led by Ali Samad, Asadullah Khan, Awais Zia, ex-Pakistan batsman, Haladar Das, Hamza Bangash, Jignesh Desai, ex-US player, Kausar Javed, Muhammad Irshad, Najaf Shah, ex-Pakistan fast bowler, Shayan Jahangir, current CPL player, Tawheedul Islam. This is a star-studded DFW Stallion side taking on the Stars of Dallas, the Dallas Stars. Awais Zia and Shayan Jahangir, the two openers for DFW Stallions. As I had mentioned earlier, Awais Zia, ex-Pakistan opener, played in one-day international games for Pakistan. Shayan Jahangir recently played in the Caribbean Premier League. This is a fantastic opening pair, and a lot will be depending on the DFW Stallions opening pair. They'll be hoping for these two to get going and give them a great start. The left-handed batsman will take strike. Ishu Gupta, right arm over the wicket. Medium fast bowler. Has a round arm whippy action. Comes on quicker than you'd expect. For the first 3 overs, only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle. Dallas Stars opting to go with a deep square leg and a long on, it seems like. Now they are changing it. The long on is running over to a long off position. So the 2 fielders that are outside are deep long off, and deep square leg. Awazia, with all his experience, will be looking to cash in today, play a big knock. Here we go, folks. Right arm over the wicket. Round arm, whippy action comes into Awazia. First ball. Hits him on the body. Out. Ball 3, Ishu Gupta, right arm over, down the leg side, signaled as wide by the umpire. Free run added to the total. Three without the loss of a wicket. After 2 balls in the first over, Ishu Gupta again continuing, right arm over the wicket. Good delivery, again angling into the left-hander. Awazia looking a little circumspect. Wants to get a feel of the ball, wants to play a big knock. A lot resting on his shoulders. 3 without the loss of a wicket after 3 balls. Ishu once again, right arm over, round arm action. Ball again sliding down the leg side. Seems as though the batsman got a bit of pad on it. 2 more runs added to the total. Umpire signals leg byes. 5 now without the loss of a wicket after 4 balls of the first over. Ishu Gupta again, right arm over the wicket to Awazia. A wide ball. Left alone by Awazia, was extremely wide. A little bit of nerve showing. 6 now without the loss of a wicket. Hasn't conceded a boundary in a T10 game. Any over without a boundary is a win for the bowler. Right arm over the wicket. Swings it in. Eight now without the loss of a wicket. Still no boundary so far in this innings or in this final match. Long on now taken by captain Fazia Abbasi. Long off move to long on. And the long on, the mid on fielder goes to mid off. Awazia tries to go for the big shot. outside a long on and square leg. Mehtab, first ball, short outside the off stump. Another edge leading to a boundary. Shayan was trying to go over point. Outside edge takes it to the third boundary, finest third man boundary. More importantly, 4 more runs for the DFW Stallions. (18) without the loss of a wicket. 1.1 overs in the books. Another field change. This deep square leg fielder comes back into the circle. And the Dallas Stars skipper decides to take a sweeper on the offside. So we have a deep long on and a sweeper on the offside for the cut shot. Mehtab for a second ball, right arm over the wicket. This time a good length delivery. Shayan Jahangir just pushes it out to the long on region for a single. Easy single, 19 for no loss. Now, DFW Stallions, 1.2 overs in the books. Every ball counts, every run counts. The captain wants to make sure that he has the right field set up for every delivery. No time to relax in a T10 game. We have a deep square leg and a third man deep outside the circle. Raja Mehtab, right arm over the wicket to the left-hander Wes Zia. Well kept by Jawad. The ball was way down the leg side. Umpire signals a wide. Another free run added to the DFW Stallions total. We have fresh samosas now come in. And Awais Zias pulls that short ball. Beautiful shot, but there's excellent fielding on the boundary line by Waqas Khan. Seemed like a definite boundary off the bat, but Waqas covered a lot of ground and was able to stop that. Batsman scamper through for 2 runs. 22 now without the loss of a wicket are DFW Stallions after 1.3 overs. Raja Mehtab, right arm over the wicket. Good length ball on the pads, pushed away by OS. Again to that deep square leg fielder, this time only 1 run. Shayan Jahangir back on strike. A righty-lefty combination always causes the skipper to think about things. Have to adjust the field every time the strike over. Raja Mehtab again, right arm over the wicket, wide of the crease, short of a good length. Shayan picks it up, immediately gets the length, picks the length up and deposits it over the mid-wicket field boundary line for 6 runs. Fantastic shot by Shayan Jahangir. He's been in terrific form throughout this tournament. Has 100 to his name in this T10 tournament already. The ball was just slightly short of a good length, and Shayan just pounced on that length. Was not that short. Great shot by Shayan Jahangir. First 6 of this McKinney T10 final, 2nd edition. 29 for no loss are DFW Stallions. Last ball of the 2nd over. Mehtab again. Right arm over the wicket. That was a little wide of the off stump. Shayan checked his shot. For a second looked like might be trouble, but the ball sailed over the infield to that sweeper fielder out on the offside. 1 run added to the total after 2 overs. DFW Stallions are 30 without the loss of a wicket. 15 runs and over right now. Cheyenne not out on 12. Awais Zia batting on 13. 5 extras are included in the total of 30. Waqas Khan, Dallas Stars' quickest bowler, is into the attack. They will be hoping that he can provide a breakthrough. This opening partnership is looking ominous for the Dallas Stars. Waqas Khan over the wicket. Seems like a loosener this time. Batsman just punches it out to the point fielder. No run. The two fielders outside of the circle are deep long on and deep mid wicket. Waqas Khan, right arm over the wicket. High arm action driven by Cheyenne, but the long on fielder was a little wider. Wasn't a traditional, sorry, the mid off fielder was a little wider. Wasn't a traditional mid off position. Had it been a traditional mid off position, it would have gone straight down his throat, but rather travels to the boundary. Lightning quick outfield this. 4 more runs added to the total, 34 without the loss of a wicket after 2.2 overs. This is the last over of power play. Waqas Khan again. High arm action. Back of a length delivery. Punched off the back foot by Cheyenne Jahangir. Well fielded by the cover fielder, but not before the batsmen are able to get through for 1 run. Left-handed Awais Zia now comes on strike. The two deep fielders for Waqas Khan, bowling to the left-handed Awais Zia, will be deep square leg and deep third man. Waqas will be bowling right arm around the wicket to the left-handed Awais Zia. It will be interesting to see what sort of length he goes with. Waqas right arm around the wicket again. Back of a length delivery. Punched off the back foot towards the squarish long off region. There was nobody back there. 4 more runs added to the total. Wasn't a bad delivery at all. But right now we're in the power play. So anything that's over the infield has a high probability of going to the boundary. Waqas back round the wicket. This time goes with a fuller length. Tried to york him. Awais Zia able to dig it out and got enough elevation through the pitch on that ball to send it to the deep long off fielder for 1 run. With the right-handed Cheyenne Jahangir back on strike. 40 without the loss of a wicket. Last ball of power play over number 3 coming up. Waqas Khan back over the wicket. Right-handed Cheyenne Jahangir. A long shoulder to generate space. Bobbles it, but holds on to it. Last ball of power play. This is a huge wicket for Dallas Stars. 40 for the loss of 1 wicket after 3 overs. Cheyenne trying to go for the big shot. Has a bit more pace to it, so the ball came on quicker. And hit the top of his bat, sky down. And the long on fielder able to keep his nerves and hold on to it, even though he bobbled. Power play overs are done. 3 overs in the books. Ishu, who bowled the first over of the innings, will bowl his second and final over, the fourth over of the innings. He'll be bowling to Ali Samad. Dallas Stars can open up their field now and have 5 fielders outside of the circle. The four fielders that they have inside the circle now are short third man, point, cover, and a straightish mid wicket right. To put a single. Ali Samad off the mark. Will probably try to get a couple of sighters in before he starts to go for the big shots. A lot depending on Awais Zia, because now he's the man who's been in for 3 overs. 41 for 1 are DFW Stallions. Awais Zia batting on 18 of 10 balls. Ishu right arm over the wicket. Good ball outside the off stump. Back of a length delivery. Awais Zia trying to guide it, but plays it straight to the short third man fielder. Ishu Gupta right arm over the wicket to Awais Zia. Short ball this time by Ishu. Awais Zia rolls his wrists over the ball, keeps it down. There was a deep square leg fielder as well as a mid wicket fielder. So he decided to go the safe route and just roll his wrists over the ball, play it along the ground for a single. "42 for 1, 3.3 overs done." Ishu Gupta to Ali Samad on his pads. That wasn't a good delivery. Flicked away by Ali Samad. And for a batsman of Ali Samad's class, those are pretty much free 4 runs. Down the leg side, that delivery, all he had to do was help it along the way. 4 runs added to the total. A boundary gives the batsman a lot of confidence. Ishu to continue, right arm over the wicket. Much better delivery this time. Ali Samad steps out of his crease and punches it. Was short of a length delivery, and even though he stepped out of his crease, he was able to get enough power on that pull shot to straightish mid wicket. 1 bounce for 4 runs. "50 up for DFW Stallions, 50 for the loss of 1 wicket. Last ball of the 4th over left. Ishu Gupta, his second over, last ball of his spell. Slower ball this time, beautifully bowled. Good comeback by Ishu. Ali Samad was looking to deposit it outside where the spectators are sitting, but wasn't able to pick up the slower one and was beaten by it. 50 for 1 after 4 overs. Awais Zia batting on 19 of 12 balls, 1-4 and 1-6. Ali Samad now on 9 of 4 deliveries with 2 boundaries. Raja Mehtab to bowl the 5th over. Right arm over the wicket to Awais Zia. Pushes that ball down the leg side. Awais Zia was trying to flick it, but got nothing on it. through to the keeper. A white signal by the umpire. Another free run added to the total. 51 for the loss of 1 wicket. Mehtab to continue. Right arm over the wicket. And skies this one. Awazia looking for the big shot. And the fielder completely misjudges it. Went a mile high. And was not an easy take, especially at night, especially in the night sky. But this could be a costly miss. 2 runs added to the total. Awazia just got underneath it and skied it high. This time he moves his front leg out of the way. Goes for a big heave-ho on the leg side. Excellent sportsmanship by the fielder. His foot was on the line when he stopped the ball. Immediately signals a boundary. So 4 more runs added to the total. Clear intent now being seen from Awazia. He's looking to cut loose. And he's targeting that long on mid-wicket region. Bats with a slightly open stance as a left-hander. And then when he's playing the big shots, moves his front leg away and tries to go to the onside. Tried to do that again, but this time Raja Mehtab adjusts his line, bowls it a little wider outside the off stump. This is clever thinking. You would think that that is his best chance to keep Awazia somewhat quiet. If he bowls it on the stumps, there are chances that he gets deposited outside. This time outside the off stump, Awazia manages to get a bat on it, but again wasn't close to the ball, so wasn't able to get as much velocity behind that shot. Again, a ball wider outside off stump, doing the trick for Mehtab, restricting it for 2 runs. Awazia clearly looking to get to deal in boundaries now. Raja Mehtab changes the orientation of his bowling now, coming right arm around the wicket. Bowls to Awazia outside the off stump. Full Yorker delivery. Excellent stuff this from Mehtab. A dot ball is worth its weight in gold. .57, 59 for the loss of 1 wicket after 4.5 overs. Mehtab, right arm around the wicket. And Awazia gets it this time closer to his body. Plays a beautiful straight shot. 1 bounce over the boundary line. 4 runs. Even the slightest of mistake as a bowler to a batsman of the class of Awazia is deposited outside for either for 4 or 6. 63 for 1 at the halfway stage of the innings are DFW Stallions. Danyal Ahmed now coming into the attack. Ex-US national team player. Is a left-arm finger spinner. And has great variety in his bowling. Has a quicker delivery that's close to being as quick as a medium pacer. Will be interesting to see what sort of pace he bowls it at today. Will he keep the trajectory flat and try to bowl quick deliveries, or will he be brave enough to give the ball a bit of air? Will bowl left arm around the wicket. He'll be bowling to the right-handed Ali Samad. Usually, left arm spinners, when they're going around the wicket, prefer to go between the umpire and the stumps, but Danial has a straightish run up, goes straight in. Jawad, the wicketkeeper, standing up to the stumps. The three fielders inside the circle are short third man, point, extra cover, and mid wicket. The mid wicket is slightly closer to the bat, trying to stop a single. The rest of the fielders are all on in the circle. Fielders are all on the circle. Danial Ahmed, left arm around the wicket, flattish delivery, not as quick as he bowls it. Has a couple of different paces, even with a quicker delivery. Just eases Sama just ease that one out to the cover fielder and picks up a run. Left-handed Awais Zia now on strike, and Danial Ahmed will continue to stay left arm around the wicket, even to the left-handed batsman. As the four fielders inside the circle are all on the offside for Danial Ahmed, bowling to the left-handed Awais Zia. Short third man, point. There's a gully and a cover fielder. Danial Ahmed, left arm around the wicket to Awais Zia on his pads. Awais Zia just guides it to the fine leg region. The short third man fielder has to go all the way around, so the batsmen are easily able to come back for 2 runs. Has been a good start though for Danial. No boundaries of the first 3 balls. And a big heave-ho by Awais Zia, but missed by the keeper, and by signal by the umpire. 1 more run added to the total, and extra again. $67 for 1. DFW Stallions after 5.3 overs. Danial Ahmed, left arm around the wicket. Pushes it through in the air. Ball coming into the right-hander, not turning away. Hits him in the groin area. But since the circle fielders are right on the edge of the circle, the batsman able to easily scamper through for a single. Again, the Dallas Stars won't mind these singles as long as there are no boundaries being conceded. $68 after 5 overs. Good over so far from Danial. To Awais Zia again. This time Awais Zia rocks back on the back foot, but on to him again, quicker than he was expecting. Excellent running by Ali Samad. Showed his intent with the first run and immediately came back for the second. Had it been anyone else, things could have been pretty tight. The throw also was not on target, but even had it been on target, Samad had made his ground. These additional runs, due to good running, can be crucial in the end. 70 for the loss of 1 wicket. Last ball of the 6th over coming up. Danial Ahmed adjusting his cover fielder, asking him to go squarer, and having his squarish deep cover now go to an deep extra cover position. Seems like he's going to try and bowl this, keep his length up to the batsman with this field placing. Left arm around the wicket. Bowls it to Awais Zia, who waits for that ball, is content on just playing it out for a single, giving Danial Ahmed respect. Excellent over this by Danial. 71 for 1 after 6 overs. Awazia batting on 36 of 22 balls, 3 fours and a 6. Ali Samad now 10 of 6 balls with 2 fours. Shail Bhatt, the right arm, tall, lanky off spinner into the attack. Plays for Dallas County Cricket Club in the North Texas Cricket Association League. Is one of the best right arm off spinners that the North Texas Cricket Association League has to offer. This is a crucial over for both teams. Danial bowled a brilliant last over. Can Shail follow it up with a good over, or will the DFW Stallions be able to go after him? We have a slight stoppage in play. The batsmen was requesting a change of glove and also some sort of a spray. Seems like it's a dry hand spray that he needed. It can get humid out in the middle. Batsmen want to make sure that they have dry gloves, dry hands, so that the bat doesn't turn in their hands when they're going for the big shot. Shail to bowl, right arm around the wicket between the umpire and the stumps to Awazia. Pitches it up. Awazia punches it out towards the cover region, and this time misfielded by the fielder. And it's Mehtab, one of the best fielders of the tournament. You would not expect that of him. He's slid to stop it. Was a hard hit shot. Was traveling pretty quick, but you expect that to be a routine stop from Mehtab. But unable to do so this time. 4 runs added to the total. So a good start for the DFW Stallions for the 7th over. Again, right arm around the wicket. Shail to Awazia. Pitches it short and down the leg side. Umpire signals a wide. This is where you have to keep your nerves as a bowler. Moves away from the ball, tries to hoik it over the offside, unable to connect, and a dot delivery, important dot delivery. Shail continuing, right arm over. And the bat, Ali Sama tries to go for the big heave-ho, loses the bat, without the bat, coming back for a second run, able to make it, could have been close, because he didn't have the bat to drag along the ground. But his speed covered up for it. It being humid and the hands getting sweaty, the bat turning in the hands. Right arm over. Samad this time holds out to the long on fielder. Soft dismissal this. Unable to get over that he needed behind that shot. Straight down the throat of Raja Mehtab, who makes up for that misfielding mistake that he made earlier on in the over. After giving up 6 runs of the first 2 deliveries, Shail has made a strong comeback. 79 for the loss of 2 wickets. 1 ball left in over number 7. Ali Samad, 12 runs of 9 balls caught by Raja Mehtab, bowled Shail Bhatt. $79 for the loss of 2 wickets. 1 ball left in over number 7. Hamza Bangash is the new batsman. Plays minor league for the Austin team. Shail Bhatt around the wicket to Zia though. Batsman had crossed. Ball outside the off stump. Excellent finish to the over by Shail. Beats Zia. 79 for 2 after 7 overs. Great comeback by Shail after giving up 6 runs on the first 2 deliveries. Danial Ahmed to continue. Left arm around the wicket. Danial and Shail, the 2 spinners, have done exactly what the Dallas Stars needed. They've put a break on the scoring, and Shail even picked up the important wicket of Ali Samad. Hamza Bangash facing Danial. Quick ball on the stumps. Hamza Bangash just plays it out on the offside. Content to just get a single and give the strike to Awais Zia, who's been in for a while now. He opened the innings and is still there, batting on 41 of 25 balls. A lot resting on the shoulders of Awais Zia now if the DFW Stallions are to get anywhere close to 120. Danial, left arm around the wicket. Stops in his run-up. $80 for 2 to Awais Zia. And Awais Zia, but close. That one was extremely close to the square leg fielder, but one bounce manages to get to the boundary. 4 runs. The deep square leg fielder was not too far away from that one.
50 up, Awais bhai. 50 up, 50 up. Six, six. Oh, six. It's a six.
Awazia crosses his 50 and then hits another boundary. A drop catch, a deep mid wicket by the fielder. Danial Ahmed's over, second over, has been expensive. There was a wide that went for 5 runs, then a 6 by Awazia, and now a boundary. Exactly what DFW Stallions needed. A costly drop catch by Ishu at the deep mid wicket boundary. This time coming over the wicket is Danial Ahmed. Awazia able to hit him over the offside, over the point fielder, 4 more runs. This has been a fantastic over for the DFW Stallions. This 4 brings up the 100. "103 for 2 after 8 overs. Awazia 59 of 30 deliveries, 7 fours and 2 sixes. Hamza Bangash has faced only 1 ball and is batting on 1. "103 for 2 in 8 overs. Waqas Khan coming back for his second over. Before the last over, it was looking a little tight whether DFW Stallions would be able to cross the 120 mark or get close to the 120 mark. Now it seems as if they should be able to cross it if they just keep their heads in these last 2 overs. They still have Awazia there. Hamza Bangash can also hit the big shots. So they'll be looking maybe to even capitalize and get to close to 130 even. Waqas. That's a huge hit. First ball by Waqas. Back of a length delivery. Hamza Bangash moves back. Picks it up over long on. That one landed at least 20 yards outside the long on boundary. This has been an excellent last 7 balls for the DFW Stars. Pitches it short this time. Pacey, typical fast bowler's reply, beats Hamza Bangash. Umpire signals 1 for the over. But importantly, a dot ball. 109 for 2. 8.2 overs in. Waqas Khan again. Right arm over the wicket. High arm action. Wide of the crease. Hamza Bangash moves away from the wicket and tries to go for a big shot again. Ball hits the inside edge of the bat and trickles out to onto the circle on the leg side. Batsman able to come across for a single. Awazia back on strike. 1-1-0 for the loss of 2 wickets at DFW Stallions. 8.3 overs in the books. The 4 fielders in the circle are a finish third man, a point, a cover, and a mid-wicket. Waqas around the wicket, right arm around to Awazia, beats him outside the off stump. After being hit for a 6, Waqas has made a good comeback. 4 balls done in the over. Can Waqas finish it strong? Right arm around. High arm action. Driven on the offside by Awazia. Hard hit ball. Excellent stuff by the deep cover fielder. Slides to stop that ball. And because of that, because the fielder had to slide, the batsman able to come back for the second run. One, 2 for the loss of 2 wickets. Waqas, last ball of his spell, unless it's a wide or a no ball. It is a wide. Tried to pitch it outside the off stump, going with the strategy of keeping the ball away from Awazia, but this time slid it a little too far wide. One more extra added to the total. 1-1-3 for 2. Waqas, will this be the last ball? Last ball of his spell. Again, if it's not a wide or a no ball. Right arm around the wicket. Big shot this time by Awazia. Not in between the cover and the long off fielder. One bounce over the boundary. 4 runs. 1-1-7 for 2 after 9. Extremely productive last 2 overs for the DFW Stallions. They've upped the ante. Hamza Bangash and Awazia will be looking to finish strong. Will be looking to get a minimum of at least 15 runs of this last over the way they're batting. Dallas Stars would be happy with anything under 10 runs in this over. Shail Bhatt entrusted with the responsibility of bowling the last over. It's tough for a spinner in this format as is, but bowling the last over, a lot of pressure on Shail. He's done it before though. He's bowled in big game situations and delivered. So the skipper expecting the same from him again. Awazia batting on 65 of 33 balls, 8 fours, 2 sixes. Hamza Bangash 8 of 4 balls with 1 massive 6. The 4 fielders inside the circle are short third man, point, cover right on the edge of the all 3 on the right on the edge of the circle, and a square leg right by the square leg umpire. Shail to bowl right arm over the wicket to the right-handed Hamza Bangash. Wide of the crease, Hamza Bangash again unable to time that ball, was looking for that big hit. Inside edges it, trickles out to the onside for 1 run. The in-form half-centurion, ex-Pakistan one-day international batsman Awazia, who came out as an opener, is back on strike. 1-1-8 for the loss of 2 wickets. 9.1 overs done. Shail will bowl a right arm around the wicket to the left-handed Awazia. Will go between the umpire and the stumps. Shail, right arm around. Wide of the crease. Pitches it up to Awazia. And Awazia all along the ground plays it out to the cover fielder. A slightly lackadaisical bit of fielding allows the 2 batsmen to come back for the second run. Importantly for the DFW Stallions, Awazia is back on strike. He's batting on 67 now. 1-2-0. 120 is up. A psychological milestone. 120 for 2 after 9.2 overs. Shail, right arm around the wicket. Full toss outside the off stump. This is a magnificent, majestic hit. All the way for 6. Over cover. This is class personified, Awazia. Magnificent batting this. And needless to remind you guys that Awazia was dropped a couple of overs ago at deep mid-wicket, proving extremely costly, that drop catch for the Dallas Stars. 126 for 2 after 9.3 overs. Shail around the wicket between the stumps and the umpire. And Awazia flat hit. And another misfield by Raja Mehtab. This is it. Raja Mehtab, this is his second misfield of the innings. Usually he has the safest of hands in the outfield. Was in an awkward position, wasn't sure whether to go for the catch or stay back to stop the boundary, and in the end was just in no man's land to stop that. Right through him for another 4 runs. 130 is up now. Shell this time over the wicket to Awazia. Awazia pulls it. This won't go for 6. One bounce to the mid-wicket fielder, and good throw keeps it down to only 1 run. 131 for 2 after 9.5 overs. Last ball barring a wide or a no ball. Hamza Bangash to take strike. Shail Bhatt to bowl. Right arm over the wicket. Shail, right arm over the wicket. Wide of the crease to Hamza Bangash. And Hamza Bangash skies it. Will Mehta be able to get it? And he drops it. I think the misfield just was at the back of his mind. These are regulation catches for Mehtab. The important thing is it adds 2 more runs to the total. And DFW Stallions end with 133 for the loss of 2 wickets after 10 overs. .133 DFW Stallions at the end of the innings. They lost 2 wickets. Awais Zia remained not out after playing a brilliant knock of 78 runs of 37 balls, which included 9 fours and 3 sixes. Proved his class, batted with a strike rate of 210. Shayan Jahangir came to open with him, was out for 17. Caught Santosh Bolwakas of 8 deliveries with 2 boundaries and a 6. Ali Samad came 1 down, was able to score 12 runs of 9 deliveries with 2 fours. Was out of the bowling of Shail Bhatt, was caught by Raja Mehtab, and Hamza Bangash came 2 down, stayed not out with 11 of 6 balls and 1 big 6. We'll be back after a 10-minute inning break. Najaf Shah will be bowling left arm over the wicket. Off of his full run up. Wearing the number 1 jersey. Left arm over the wicket. Quick ball onto Ishu Gupta. Hits his pads. Dot ball to start things off. Will we see timber flying all over? Najaf Shah, famous for destroying the stumps throughout this tournament, throughout minor league, all over US in various different tournaments. One of the best to do it. Najaf Shah, left arm over the wicket, steaming in, and ball right on the stumps. Ishu trying to get off strike, was trying to hit it too quickly onto him. I think pitched outside the leg stump. Umpire was unmoved with that appeal. The bowler didn't seem too interested as well. Najaf Shah looks to be getting warmed up now. We might see a thunderbolt this time. Ishu still on strike. 2 balls done. No run on the board. Najaf Shah, left arm over the wicket, steaming in. Driven well by Ishu, but straight to the cover fielder. Able to play that extremely well was Ishu. Got behind the line of the ball, but again, not easy to get Najaf Shah away. Still a dot delivery. Three balls, no runs on the board for the Dallas Stars. Ishu Gupta still on strike. Najaf Shah, slightly anglish run up, left arm over the wicket, and yorks him. Well done by Ishu to dig that out. That is extremely well done. That was not an easy ball to play. Didn't look pretty playing it, but all you have to do is survive there against a bowler of Najaf Shah's class, and he was able to do that. An inside edge yields him a single, so first runs for the Dallas Stars. 1 for none. Jawad now on strike against Najaf Shah. Najaf Shah, left arm over the wicket. And ball pitched up to Jawad. Jawad, absolutely no bat lift there. Smartly. That's fast and quick, right on the stumps. Kept his bat down and just pushed it out for a single. I think the strategy that the Dallas Stars seem to have come out with is to not give a wicket to Najaf Shah. They feel like they might be able to take on the other bowlers as long as they don't lose wickets in heaps to Najaf. Last ball of the first over to Ishu Gupta. 2 for no loss. And this time angling away from the batsman. Quick delivery. Beautifully bowled by Najaf Shah. Only 2 of the first over. But the 2 openers able to keep him at bay as far as wickets were concerned. 2 runs after over number 1. 132 left to get for Dallas Stars. 9 overs left. So 14.67 runs per over. Mohammad Irshad is the bowling partner with Najaf Shah. Will share the new ball. As I mentioned, he's played domestic cricket in Pakistan. So a wealth of experience from him as well. Mohammad Jawad will take strike. I don't think the Dallas Stars have much of a choice now, so they will have to take on Mohammad Irshad. 14.67 runs per over. They don't want it going much over 15. The deep fielders are deep square leg and deep long on. Mohammad Irshad, right arm over the wicket. Round arm action, whippy action, inside edge seems like onto the pads by the batsman. Ball trickles out to the leg side, and the batsman able to get across for 1 run. Clearly looked like an inside edge. Bowler not too happy, appealed for LBW. 3 for the loss of no wickets, 1 after 1.1 overs. The intent was clear though. Jawad wasn't looking to wait around and see the bowling of Mohammad Irshad, wanted to go for it, and they have to do that. Mohammad Irshad, right arm over the wicket. Again, round arm action onto the body of the batsman. Ishu again, unable to connect to that one. Leg by signal by the umpire this time. I think the arm angle of Mohammad Irshad is what's causing the batsman some problems. Let's see how quickly they can adjust to it. So far, it's been a very quiet start for the Dallas Stars. 4 for the loss of no wickets after 1.2 overs. Jawad back on strike. Mohammad Irshad, right arm over the wicket. And this time, Jawad able to adjust the ball on his body, and he deposits it over squarish fine leg for 6 runs. This is exactly the kind of stroke making that the Dallas Stars need, and they need a lot of it to be able to defend their title. Mohammad Irshad back on the top of his mark. He has a deep square leg fielder, but if the ball's going to sail over the boundary, there's not much that fielder can do. Will he change his line? Over the wicket. Yes, he does. This time, that ball is outside the off stump. Brilliant fielding by Najaf Shah. That is sensational stuff. Dove and stopped that ball, and then a direct throw. Nearly inflicted a run out. But that fielding was top class. Really, really top class. That was a back of a length delivery with Jawad rocked back on the back foot and punched it and had great timing on that shot, and would have been 4 had it gone through. Irshad back, right arm over the wicket. Jawad again on his body. Jawad able to size him up. This time gets 4 runs for it. In the same region, a little finer than where that 6 went. But he seems to have sized up Irshad well now. How will Mohammad Irshad adjust? This is a game of adjustments. Every single ball, you have to adjust as a batsman, you have to adjust as a bowler, and with field placings, you have to adjust as a skipper. The team that is able to make better in-game adjustments usually ends up being the winner. This time they've pushed the mid-wicket back. My apologies. They've pushed the fine leg back. It's a squarish fine leg, and they've brought in the long on fielder to mid-on. Irshad again over the wicket. Ball short this time with a little more intent on that ball. Jawad tried to pull it, came on quicker to him, and waiting for the umpire's signal. I think it hit his helmet. went down to the fine leg region. The fielder hustled all the way across from a squarish fine leg to a fine leg region, but the batsmen are able to come back for 2 runs. 18 for the loss of no wickets. 16 runs of the previous over. So the Dallas Stars were able to score more than the required run rate in the previous over. And the DFW Stallions have decided to hold back 1 over of Najaf Shah. I think had Najaf Shah been able to get a couple of wickets in his first over, I'm pretty certain that he would have come back immediately for a second over. But since there hasn't been a wicket that has fallen, the DFW Stallions are trying to play it safe and hold back 1 over of Najaf Shah for the end. Aware Zia, though, to continue. Right arm over the wicket, medium fast bowler. A wild start. This is very well done by the wicketkeeper to stop that from being more than just the 1 extra wide run. Could have easily gone for 4 extra wides along with the 1 stipulated wide run. Again, Aware Zia on the pads. Batsman backs away, able to play it out to the deep fine leg region. The fielder was inside the circle and batsman able to run back for 2 runs. $21 for none. 2.1 overs done. After a quiet first over, the Dallas Stars are picking up their run rate. Aware Zia back over the wicket, and this time the ball swinging into the batsman. Beats issue between bat and pad. From his action, he looks like a predominantly in-swing bowler. His wrist position is such, the ball would either stay straight or come into you as a batsman. Aware Zia continuing. And again, this time Yorks him, the ball swung in again. Beautiful ball, important breakthrough. And importantly, the last 2 balls have yielded no runs. 21 for 1 now, Dallas Stars after 2.3 overs. Santosh Reddy walking in. Plays for the Dallas County Cricket Club, one of their premier batters. Dallas Stars have an extremely deep batting lineup, so they won't be too worried about a wicket here or there. They've got some big hitters still to come. Their skipper Fazia Abbasi, Anas Shahid, Waqas Khan. All can hit the ball many a mile. Aware Zia to continue. Right arm over the wicket. This time keeps the ball outside the off. Batsman expecting maybe a wide. Lets it go through. Was trying to get a sighter. Not a lot of time in T10s to get your eye in, especially when you're chasing 134. Aware Zia continuing. Right arm the wicket. Ball once again swinging into the batsman. He's skiddy in pace, is Aware Zia. Experienced campaigner, has played cricket at the highest level. Not easy to get away. Last ball of the over coming up. 21 for 1, Dallas Stars. Aware Zia this time puts in a little bit more effort on that ball. A good shoulder ball. gets more bounce off the wicket, and the batsman beaten outside the off stump. Fantastic over by Awazia. This is great stuff. 21 for 1 after 3 overs. Required run rate for the Dallas Stars and has now crept up over 16 runs and over. 16.14 is the required run rate. Jawad batting on 14 of 6 deliveries with 1 4 and a 6. Santosh Reddy has faced 3 deliveries for no run. Awazia doing it all for the DFW Stallions. Played and now has bowled over. DFW Stallions bringing Mohammad Irshad back to complete his spell. Bowl his second over. He was expensive in his first over. But now that the field restrictions are over, they're probably hoping that Irshad can bowl a better over this time around. Mohammad Jawad to face. Right arm over the wicket. A change of pace seemed like it by Mohammad Irshad. Round arm action. Foxed, beaten outside the off stump. Bringing all his domestic first class experience into play. Mohammad Irshad on that delivery. (21 for 1). Dallas Stars 3.1 overs. Irshad continuing. Right arm over the wicket. Pitches the ball up. Jawad trying to deposit it over the mid-wicket region for 6 runs. Unable to get the ball off the middle of the bat. Still gets 2 runs. The ball dropped about 10 yards short of the deep mid-wicket fielder. Again, Irshad over the wicket. Right arm. Round arm action, and this one was in the slot. Exactly where Jawad likes it, and he makes no mistake. Middles that ball and throws it over the boundary for 6 runs. That's a maximum that was badly needed for the Dallas Stars. Runs-wise as well as for momentum's sake. Jawad races along to 22 of 9 balls. He's got 1 4 and 2 6s. Is he the hero that the Dallas Stars are looking for? Irshad to continue. Right arm over the wicket. Round arm action. Another slower delivery. Again, the slower delivery both times seems to have foxed Jawad. Good comeback by Irshad after having been hit for a 6. Jawad seemed a little too early on that shot. Wasn't able to get any timing. No fielder in the circle on the mid wicket area, so a single was easily on. 30 for the loss of 1 wicket now. 3.4 overs in the books. Irshad bowling his penultimate ball of his spell. York Santosh this time, who digs it out to the offside. DFW Stallions seem happy enough with singles, aren't bothered by them too much. Last ball of Irshad's spell, again barring a no ball or a wide. He'll be hoping not to get hit for a boundary, while Jawad will be looking and eyeing and hoping that he gets a ball in a slot that he can deposit, either if not for a maximum, then at least for 4 runs. Right arm over the wicket. And skies that one, Jawad, but luckily for him, he didn't time it well at all, because the ball just bounced within the 30-yard circle. Jawad able to get around for 1 run after being hit for 6. That was a good comeback by Mohammad Irshad. Score now 32 for 1. Dallas Stars after 4 overs. Required run rate keeps on creeping up, is now at 17 runs and over. Mohammad Irshad is done with it. Done with his 2 overs. 2 overs, no maidens, 24 runs, no wicket. In the scheme of things, where 13 and a half runs were required from the get-go, Mohammad Irshad still did his job. He kept his own bowling run rate below the required run rate that the Dallas Stars needed.
Get bhai.
Hamza Bangash into the attack now. As previously mentioned, plays minor league for the Austin team. Plays his league cricket in Houston. One of the premier fast bowlers right now in Texas. But again, the Dallas Stars have to target every over now. Mohammad Jawad on strike. Hamza Bangash, right arm over the wicket. And right in Jawad's slot. That's a huge six. Excellent start to the over. Jawad needs to keep going. Seemed like a bit of a loosener from Hamza Bangash. In a T10 game, you've got 12 balls to bowl. You cannot afford to bowl any sort of looseness. Hamza Bangash, let's see what he has in store this time. A bit more effort into that delivery. Came on to Jawad a lot quicker. Tried to pull it. Was a back of a length delivery, but a lot more effort on that ball by Hamza Bangash. So Jawad not able to time it. Again, no fielders on the mid-wicket side inside the circle, so 1 run was always on. Third ball of the over. This time pitched up to Santosh. That's a beautiful shot. That's a beautiful cricketing shot in any format of the game. Hamza Bangash went with a different length to Santosh, pitched it up. I think he was trying to get up to the block hole. Wasn't quite able to get there, and Santosh made full use of volley. Squarish cover region, was able to get 4. Good over so far for the Dallas. Hamza Bangash again. And this time wide outside the off stump. Slashed hard by Santosh. 4 runs. Off an outside edge, but he'll take it however they come. "47 for 1. 4.4 overs done." Hamza Bangash. Can he finish off strong? This time the ball stays low. Good length delivery. Good stuff by the keeper. Came to him on a bounce. Wasn't an easy take. And a dot ball, importantly. Last ball becomes extremely crucial. So far, 14 runs of the over. 17 per over needed. So even after being hit for so much, if this is a good delivery, Hamza Bangash can make up for it. A slower ball. Well bowled by Hamza. Only a single. Like I said, again, even though he got hit for a 6 and a couple of boundaries, the Dallas Stars still weren't able to get the required runs that they needed of the over. "48 for 1 after 5 overs. 86 runs to win in 5 overs. The required run rate is at 17.2 runs per over. Santosh Reddy batting of 10 runs of 8 deliveries. Mohammad Jawad of 31 of 13 with 3 sixes and a 4. Santosh has 2 fours. Asadullah Khan into the attack. Asadullah did not bowl in the previous game between these two sides. There will be a lot of pressure on him. And this, I believe, is an over that Dallas Stars will, not just for 17 or 18, they need to try to get 22 to 24 of this over. Asadullah Khan, right arm over the wicket, wide of the crease. And he beats Santosh. And umpire signals a wide. A bit of a sigh of relief from Task Camp. Had it been a dot ball, there would have been extreme pressure on the batsman and the outside players sitting in their camp. 49 for 1. Pressure goes back onto Asadullah. Asadullah again wide of the crease. This time pitches it up, able to keep the ball on the stumps. Not a lot of room. And excellent running by Jawad to come back for a second. 50 up for the Dallas Stars. 51 for 1 after 5.1 overs. Asadullah Khan one more time. Bowls extremely wide of the crease. And I think his strategy is just try to hit the block hole. If not the block hole, he'll take a low full toss as well. Batsman unable to time that delivery thus far. This one was a low full toss. Santosh trying to hit it hard, not able to get it off the middle of the bat. Only 1 run trickles out to the onside. 52 for 1 after 5.2 overs, Dallas Stars. Asadullah Khan continuing, right arm over the wicket. This time, pitches it back of a length. Not a smart delivery by Asadullah Khan to Jawad. Should have continued with the length that he was bowling. Jawad able to get underneath it and deposits it for 6. As I mentioned, the Dallas Stars need to make this a big over. 58 for 1 after 5.3. Asadullah again a length delivery, but this time gets away with it. Jawad unable to get it off the middle of the bat. A couple of bounces to the deep mid-wicket fielder. 1 run added to the total. Jawad probably would be upset with himself for not maximizing that delivery and getting 6 off it. It was there in a slot to hit. Asadullah to Santosh. Outside the off stump, beats the bat. Batsman looking for a wide. Umpire doesn't call it. Dot ball. Important dot ball. Asadullah Khan once again to Santosh. Santosh goes for the big heave-ho. Asadullah Khan kept it up. Inside edge onto that one. Santosh comes back for 2 runs.
ये आगे पीछे हो रहा हो आगे पीछे उसको करना है हाँ यूं करके देखो अब
Awais Zia back into the attack again. Not enough runs in the previous overs for the Dallas Stars. 61 for 1 after 6. Wild delivery by Awais Zia. Missed by the keeper as well. Batsman, a wide signal by the umpire, and the batsman scamper across for 2 runs. Score moves on to 64 for 1. We're at exactly 6 overs bowled. Awais Zia again, right arm over the wicket. And Skiddy on to Jawad. Trying to get it away. Unable to time the ball. Not even able to cross the 30-yard circle, came on to him much quicker than he expected. Where's Zia quickly back to his mark and ball. Full toss to Santosh. Unable to capitalize on that full toss. Just pushed out to the deep cover fielder. Only one run. DFW Stallions these singles and doubles at this stage. Where's Zia? Over the wicket. And Jawad this time gets it in a slot. Huge straight hit for 6. Half volley by Awazia this time. Jawad, the sort of touch that he's in, not missing out on half volleys. He has missed out on a couple of length deliveries that he wished he would have deposited for 6. But playing a lone hand at the moment. 72 for 1 after 6.3 overs. Awazia, once again, Jawad able to get a ball on the middle of his bat, but that was a flat shot. One bounce to the long off fielder who was right there for that shot. Jawad couldn't get the elevation that he wanted. He got it off the middle of his bat, but just not the elevation. So 1 run only added to the total. 73 for 1 after 6.4 overs. Santosh facing now. And Santosh goes for the big shot. Again misses. Beaten outside the off stump. No run. Dot balls are suicidal for the Dallas Stars at this stage. 73 for 1. Awazia, last ball of his spell. Beats him outside the off stump again. Yorked him. Sensational bowling by Awazia to finish off with 2 dots. 73 for 1 after 7 overs. And Dallas Stars have decided to retire Santosh Reddy. Santosh made 16 of 15 deliveries. Dallas Stars need 61 runs in 3 overs at a run rate of 20.33 per over. Remember, Najaf Shah still has 1 over left. Asadullah Khan to continue. And he will bowl to Muhammad Jawad. Asadullah Khan, right arm over the wicket. Wide of the crease. Jawad got, it's in the air, fine leg fielder underneath it and gets it. Jawad's inning comes to an end. This seemed to be the hope for Dallas Stars that Jawad was in. He was getting those big hits. The ball was short of a length. Would have fancied himself to pull it out of the ground, but got a top edge and a good catch under pressure by the short fine leg fielder. Waqas Khan now walking in. He is a big hitter as well. In the previous game against the DFW Stallions, he scored some 47 odd of only 12 deliveries. So this match isn't over yet. Funnier things have happened. And the Dallas Stars have the firepower to pull this off, but it will take some hitting. 73 for 3, 7.1 overs done. Asadullah Khan bowls this time to Raja Mehtab, who had come in place of Santosh. Unable to get the elevation. Just along the ball trickled along the ground for 1 run. 74 for 3, Dallas Stars after 7.2 overs. Required run rate has crept up to 22.5. 60 runs left. Only 16 balls left. Asadullah Khan, right arm over the wicket. And a big hit by Waqas Khan. First ball he faces over cover. That's a massive 6 over cover. What a start. Do we have a twist in the tail? Magnificent start this by Waqas Khan. Dallas Stars need him to continue going. Asadullah Khan, right arm over the wicket. Pitches it up. Outside edge this time. Much better length from Asadullah. Batsman able to come back through. Ball went to the third man region. And the batsman able to come back through for 2 runs. $82 for 3. 7.4 overs done. Left-handed Waqas Khan on strike. Asadullah Khan, right arm over the wicket. Wide of the crease once again. And another big hit. Over cover for 6. This is phenomenal hitting. Unbelievable shots these are. One wonders why Waqas Khan was held back for so long. This is brilliant stuff. $88 for 3, 7.5 overs done. He's brought the run rate down from 22.5 to 21.29, the required run rate. Asadullah Khan, right arm over the wicket, wide of the crease again. And this time in the air. Fielder comes under it and drops it. That's a big drop by the point fielder. Waqas tried to go for another big shot. Jignesh, the experienced Jignesh Desai, unable to hold on to it. Never easy in these situations, under lights. The eyes of the world on you. 89 for 3, 45 runs to get in 2 overs. Najaf Shah will not wait for the last over. He will bowl the penultimate over. Can Waqas Khan create some magic here? Bear in mind that the Dallas Stars skipper Fazia Basi and another big hitter Anas Shahid are still yet to come. Let's see what Waqas Khan has in store against the premier pace of Najaf Shah. Najaf Shah wanting to get his field just right. .25 is the required run rate in the last 2 overs. The fielders inside the circle are short, fine leg, short third man, point, and a squarish cover. Najaf Shah will be looking for the block hole. Left arm over the wicket. That's a slow one. I don't think that Waqas was expecting that. Hits the toe of the bat and just trickles out. Didn't even cross the 30-yard circle, so the fielder had to make a lot of ground from the boundary. So the batsman able to come back for 2 runs. Intelligent start this from Najaf Shah. Starts off with a slow ball. He knew that the batsman was probably expecting a fast and furious delivery. I'm thinking that this one will be fast and in the block hole. Najaf Shah, left arm over the wicket. And yes, straight in the block hole. Not much the batsman can do against that. Najaf Shah upset at the fielder. wanting him to get the ball in back immediately and keep Waqas Khan off strike. That's experience showing right there. Experience and skill. You can have all the experience in the world, but if you don't have that sort of pace and skill, won't matter for much. That Yorker was spot on. Let's see if he goes for that same delivery against Raja Mehtab or mixes it up with a slower ball. Najaf Shah, left arm over the wicket. Steams in. Fast Yorker outside the off stump. Beats the bat, but Waqas Khan just able to scamper through for one run. Had the keeper hit, Waqas Khan would have been run out. He took that chance. Keeper missed, and he's able to get back on strike. .3 overs done, 93 for 3. 41 runs needed in 9 balls. 27.33 runs required per over. It's more than 4 runs a delivery now. If they want to stay in this game, Waqas Khan will need to get at least a maximum and a 4 of the last 3 deliveries of Najaf Shah. Left arm over the wicket. Again, Yorks him. Brilliant ball. Beats the bat. Beats the keeper as well. But there's a short, fine leg. So only 1 run conceded as a bye. Najaf Shah has absolutely taken this game away from the Dallas Stars in this over. .94 for 3. 8.4 overs done. 2 balls left in this over. 40 runs in 8 balls. 30 runs per over required. Now it's 5 runs a ball. Najaf Shah, left arm over the wicket, steaming in. And beats the bat again. And again the batsman scamper through for a bye. Keeper unable to hit the stumps. .39 now to get of 7 deliveries. .39 of 7 balls. Najaf Shah, last ball of his spell, barring a no ball or a wide. Left arm over the wicket. And finally, Waqas gets underneath it, but fielder and missed. Catch dropped by Shayan. 4 runs for the batsman. Would have been game over had Shayan held on to that. But still, a ray of hope for Dallas Stars. It's still highly unlikely. But this game, for all intents and purposes, would have been over had Shayan held on to that catch. He's an excellent fielder, one of the best fielders in the game, but just the nerves in such a pressure situation can get the best of you at times. Dallas Stars need 35 to win of 6 balls. Unless the DFW Stallions concede extras, Dallas Stars will need pretty much 6 sixes in this over to win this game. Again, extras could change the scenario. Hamza Bangash entrusted with the last over. Raja Mehtab on strike. Right arm over the wicket. Low full toss, beats the bat. Once again, the batsman able to scamper through for a bye. Keeper unable to hit the stumps. Five balls left, 34 runs to get. It's mathematically impossible as long as there are no wides or no balls. The bowler just needs to keep his head, has to understand that if he doesn't bowl an extra delivery, the Dallas Stars can't win it. Hamza Bangash over the wicket. Waqas goes for a big heave ho, out to the leg side. Deep mid wicket fielder runs across to field it. Batsmen come back for 2 runs. DFW Stallions seem least bothered by the singles and doubles right now. "102 for 3. 4 balls left, 32 runs to get. Waqas Khan facing Hamza Bangash. And outside the off stump, umpire signals a wide. Extra run conceded. Seems to be beyond that point where even a wide or 2 may matter. Hamza Bangash pitches it up. Waqas Khan gets it off the middle of the bat and gets 6 runs. Excellent shot by Waqas, and it's been a fantastic innings, but just seems as if it was a little too late. Valiant effort though by Waqas Khan. Hamza Bangash, right arm over the wicket, back to Waqas. Much better length this time. Waqas unable to get the elevation, plays it out to long off for a single. 110 for 3 after 9.4 overs. 24 runs left and 2 balls. Seems like a formality now. DFW Stallions seem destined to be the champions of the second edition of the McKinney T10. Hamza Bangash with the penultimate delivery to Raja Mehtab, who steps out, gets a full toss, straight down the throat of the deep mid-wicket fielder. Loses his wicket, Raja Mehtab, but there wasn't not much, but any hope left in the game. Anas Shahid walks in now. "110 for 4. 110 for 4 our Dallas Stars will end up being at the short end of the stick in this finals. Hamza Bangash with the last ball of the tournament, barring an extra. And it is an extra. So wide, he'll have to bowl it again. Tried to slow down his run up just to make sure that he didn't bowl a wide, but lost his rhythm and ended up bowling a wide. Last ball. Second edition of McKinney T10 coming to an end. Hamza Bangash with the last ball and destroys the zinc stumps. Flashing away. TFW Stallions are the champions of the second edition of McKinney T10. Thank you for being a part of this live stream. We have the prize distribution coming straight up, so stay tuned for that.
You're gonna need both them.
ये अलग करेगा, ये अपनी जो इंटरव्यू वगैरह ये सब वही मैं वो यहाँ से करेगा, क्योंकि इतना लंबा तार नहीं है वहाँ का। और वहाँ जो है ना, क्योंकि लोगों अगर जिससे हम करने लगे हैं ना, तो वहाँ लोगों को कुछ आवाज़ नहीं आएगी, प्राइस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन उस माइक पे होगी, ठीक है, बट ही विल जस्ट बी डूइंग कमेंट्री।
स्पीकर पे आवाज जाएगी तो ये कैच कर लेगा नहीं कर लेगा, ये इट हैज टू बी हियर।
नहीं, ये मुश्किल है कैसे
ओके,
देख तो लो, वैसा था वहाँ तक शायद नहीं,
अगर चला जाए तो चला
नहीं
वहीं
जाएगा
चला
ना,
जाए,
अभी यहाँ से वहाँ तक का है, जैसे ये लाइन तक का है, हार्डली
Are you
श्योर। हाँ पता है,
तभी तो मैं कह रहा हूँ उसको कभी
ये उससे कनेक्ट हुआ होगा ना।
देख तो ले तारिक, देख
पता है ना मुझे, मैं बता रहा हूँ, कोई एक तार भी हिल गया ना, मामला खराब हो जाएगा, इसलिए ज़्यादा रिस्क लेना भी नहीं चाह रहे। मेरे ख्याल से इसको यूँ करके ना, इसको
बुलाएंगे।
The awards ceremony about to get underway. Just follow him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony for the second McKinney T20 has started. We're just holding. We're just waiting on the awards right now. So give us a few minutes. Definitely, DFW are the champions. Delstar runner-up in the blue. the umpire. I don't know if you guys can hear, but this is the award ceremony for the umpires. We are really appreciative and thankful for all the umpires for doing a great job in this second edition of McKinney T20. T10, I'm sorry. Danish corrected me. Well, the award ceremony for the chief organizer, Aziz Sawal. We really, really thank him for organizing this McKinney T10 2021, and Imran Ashraf, as you can see, giving himself award. Ashif Sayed, really appreciate all his effort. He's our stats guru. Tala Ansari, our official commentator and Facebook champion. TJ, yours truly, TJ, and he's in charge of all the camera work today. So thank you, TJ. Thank you, Rehan, for all the chai and all the photography. That'll be me. Adil Pervez, our official scorer for quarterfinals. Shahid bhai, thank you so much for all the samosas that you brought and all the hard work that you did. Shahid bhai was the official DJ for today's music. And thanks a lot, Jasim. Shayan Jahangir, best batsman of the tournament.
सब ऑन है अच्छा ऑन है ये पूरा ठीक है वहाँ से शायद मैंने बंद
दिल चेक कर आवाज आ रही है आ रही है दिल ढीला कह रहा है नहीं आ रही तो वो बोल रहा है ना अभी तो So this is the interview for the best batsman of the tournament, Shayan Jahangir. Scored really well in both quarterfinal and the final. Thanking his team right now. Appreciating his team and the opponent, Celestar. Cheyenne appreciating the game and lights, and he thinks that Houston should also take the initiative and have the lights. Clearly, he enjoyed playing here because he scored a lot of runs. So the best bowler award goes to Najaf Shah. We all love and know Najaf Bhai. He's a superstar in Dallas. Used to play for Pakistan. Tala Ansari with the interview. I'll try to get you the highlights of the interview. Najaf by saying that he appreciated the effort Dallas Stars did, and he also appreciated the effort his team did. There was a lot of pressure on his team because he thought they were the clear favorites, which they were, and they ended up winning. Um, Once again, we appreciate that Najaf Bhai is just thanking the officials. He is saying that the tournament was really good the last time around and it was better this time. So he's very appreciative of that. So thank you, Najaf Bhai. We appreciate you too. Shayan Jahangir, uh, MVP. Good job, Shayan. Man of the match, Uwais Zia, former Pakistan player, did a great job today. Made sure his team has a good total, a good defendable total today. So man of the match, best batsman and best bowler gets each $100 award. So the next award is for the runners-up from Dallas Star. $1,000 cash to Dallas Star, and their captain Fazia Abbasi will collect it. They were the champions last year. They ended up in the second spot. Good luck to them in the next Bikini T10 tournament for 20. Here's the runner-up trophy. They played really well. Uh, Unfortunately, couldn't lift the trophy of the winners. Came short. Fateh Abbasi praising his team. He believes that his team is built like a rock. Um, and definitely, Dallas Stars, we wish you good luck for the next year, next edition of Mikini T10. Ali Samad of DFW, Shayan Jahangir, Asadullah Khan, Das, Bangash, and Najaf Bhai, Najaf Shah. Tawheedul Islam. Next up would be the big award, winning team trophy. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is all that tournament was about. $2,000 in a trophy, winner takes all. And DFW Stallions are a clear winner today. Captain Ali Samad will collect his check and money and the trophy. Many congratulations to DFW Stallions. They were clearly the best team today. Excellent batting by Awais, Zia. Beautiful bowling by Najaf. There you go. DFW Stallions, champions of the second edition of Mikini T10 tournament. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to DFW Stallions. And we wish Dallas Star the best of luck, and we will see you in the next edition of Mikini T10. And bye for now.